Move on to our next issue of discussion, where after the verdict of party members, the outcome of the governorship primary election of the People's Democratic Party in Edo State has gotten a stamp of approval. A federal high court in Abuja has dismissed the suit filed by the impeached deputy governor of the state, Shaibu, seeking to nullify the February 22 primaries of the PDP in the state. Justice James Omotosho, who reaffirmed the fundamental principles of legal precedence in his judgment, emphasized that those who choose not to take part in an electoral process cannot seek to challenge its outcome. Justice Omotosho also described Shaibu's application as premature, stating that all internal mechanisms of conflict resolutions within the party weren't exhausted before coming to the courts. Paul, I don't understand. Are you having some thoughts that you want us to
No. I personally can't fault the judgment of the tribunal. Honestly, I sympathize with Philip Shaibu. He's a victim of a governor's high-handedness. We've talked about that so many times.
Right.
Talk about that so many times. I really sympathize with him. But the truth is, you cannot build something on
nothing and expect it to stand.
If the party has rules, has procedures that you must exhaust, and you did not exhaust it and you jump to the courts, you don't expect the courts to assist you. That's what the judge said. Apart from that, you know the story. As Shaibu said, some people, some true, whatever you call them, true delegates, went somewhere, voted him. That's his word. That's what he said. But as far as INEC is concerned, as far as the party is concerned, a valid primary election took place. The one that brought in Ighodalo. Now, the judge said sufficient evidence had been placed before him that Ighodalo was validly elected. No, that's number one. I would have also said, Shaibu, just face the other suit, challenging your impeachment. But the truth of the matter is, when will the legal battle end? When is the election? The election is taking place, is it September 21, 2024? In the end, it's probably an academic exercise. Don't forget also that there could be an appeal up to the Supreme Court level. In the end, whoever emerges governor may have even spent 2 years before the whole thing is resolved. Even if the judge court now says, look, Mr. Shaibu, you were unjustly removed. It's not going to be placed back there. But anyway, it's good for him if he's going to just give him some what's it called? Closure. To be on record. But I can't fault this judgment, honestly. But if Shaibu is not satisfied with it, he can still go and appeal. The law gives him the chance to appeal. But personally, I think that judgment, the judgment of the tribunal or the court was in order.
GKB, your thoughts on this issue, especially as it concerns, will I say, the stand or the future of Shaibu's political career, more or less?
Well, Shaibu has boxed himself into a corner, which is unfortunate. So some people will say that karma is something that we cannot say on television. But having said that, he has every right to query the primaries. And Justice Omotosho has delivered. The last time the court installed a candidate was Rotimi Amaechi in, I think, 1983 or so, or 87. And that's because the court was disobeyed. Since then, political parties have fortified themselves against things of this nature. So that's what the judge was saying, as relying on legal precedence. This has been done before by so many people, and the judgments are very clear. We've not exhausted the party
resolution mechanism.
And two, once INEC has agreed that primaries took place, the case is over. Everything else is done except for the shouting. So he has done what he has the right to do.
Right.
And to me, that is okay. Of course, he can continue with the Supreme Court with this. But you and I know all things being equal. What he said, he said. On the one about the deputy governor, Basically, to just ensure that he gets whatever is due to him. Once
yes.
Once you are impeached,
Exactly.
you lose a lot of things.
Exactly. Yeah.
So maybe that's what he's looking for. Maybe a house in the country, a house in Abuja. Maybe 2 cars every year. All the things that politicians get after pretending to serve us. Sometimes. Apart from that, this is a cut and dry case. I think it's over.
Wow, indeed, you say it is over. But Paul, if you were to look at this issue from your own perspective, what other options do you think Shaibu needs to explore? I know you mentioned him looking at his impeachment case. Do you think he has any chance, as it were?
No, it's impeachment. Well, it's for the judge the court to decide. But I think that Shaibu should start thinking of throwing his weight behind. I think I heard him say that he's considering leaving PDP. Well, I know him to be he holds a considerable level of influence, political influence in Edo State. Although some might argue that maybe his influence has dwindled a bit, you know. So, but he still has following. He can leverage that, pull out his followers, you know, pick a tent to pitch. Pitch to the tent, you know, whoever a candidate or whatever he wants to do, and then maybe you can, as politicians do, they know how to negotiate all of that. He has that political option. But as for legal option, is for the court to decide. So I cannot preempt what the court would say on the matter.
All right. Well, GKB, final thoughts on this before we quickly go on break. With regards to the same question I asked Paul.
Well, don't forget that he decamped with Obaseki 4 years ago when they had issues with the party APC in Edo State. I don't think he has that kind of clout for him to make fundamental difference. Don't forget the APC has already told him that the party is not for orphans. That they are not an orphanage for people who have lost out. Well, he laid his bed. He has to lie on it. But again, in politics, never say never.
Right.
The thing is not over until the fat lady sings. Yeah. And the fat lady is not even on the stage yet.
All right, let's quickly go on a break.